You are tuned into the Makey Makey Prize Time, hosted by yours truly, Nikki Walther. I am the Summer Youth Ambassador at Pursuitery. Before we begin, we at Pursuitery would like to thank MIT Media Labs and Mimi Ito for donating these wonderful Makey Makeys to award our contest winners. I would also like to thank our judges for taking the time to look at all of the contest entries. So in this Geekout, I will explain to you how to take part in the Pursuitery Makey Makey contest, and also I will be announcing the winner from our first round of submissions. Right now we have Evan Jones on. He is the community manager at Pursuitery.com.
Hello.
So say hi.
Hi, everybody. 3, 2, 1, Jinx!
So the
Hello.
Makey Makey is an invention. What?
Oh, no, please, continue.
Okay. The Makey Makey is an invention kit that holds endless possibilities. The kit comes with a control board, which is essentially the Makey Makey. It also comes with a USB cord to connect the control board to your computer. And also it comes with alligator clips, so you could connect your control board to various objects that conduct small amounts of electricity, which it could be like coins, bananas, graphite pencil drawings, potatoes, plants, wooden staircases, ketchup, water, or even your grandma. But please ask for her permission before you attach that to her. Once everything is hooked up, you could use the items attached to Makey Makey in place of your computer's keyboard and mouse controls. There's no coding involved either, so it's perfect for people of all ages with all tech backgrounds. So to be eligible for Pursuitery's Makey Makey contest, scratchers must submit their entry before the weekly contest end date. If you do not submit your challenges before the contest end date, you can still qualify for the Scratch Ninja badge by turning in your submitted work, or by turning in your work before August 24th at 11:59 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, because we're in California. So this week we were shocked with how many awesome entries we got, and it was quite difficult for our judges to choose a winner. All of you went above and beyond with your entries, and for that we at Pursuitery applaud you. As for our winners, this scratcher provided us with a game that truly stood out. Our judges panel had commented that the game was challenging yet fun to play. They liked how it gave a target score that told when you won. And also, this has all the ingredients of a good game. A clear goal, a winnable but not too easy challenge, magic, and the first time I've ever seen a bad guy ladybug. Very creative, fun, and thoughtful. And also, we got that it added an extra layer of difficulty where you had to collect or run over randomly placed items to win. The sprites were well controlled, and they were kept within the boundaries of the screen as opposed to being allowed to run off the screen. So this entry, it gave you like the springtime setting, and it was a scratch cat being chased around by a ladybug that would try and bite it. And each time it bit you, you would lose energy until you eventually lost. But you could also regain energy by collecting flowers that would pop up on various places on the screen. Evan, I think you had some screenshots of the game if you want to show them, or should I announce the winner first?
Well, I think we should probably announce the winner's name, and I will prepare the screenshots.
Okay, so before we show that then, without further ado, our first Makey Makey prize winner goes to Anita Bates, 22. I'll be contacting you via email to work out mailing details, so please check for that these next 2 days. And to all scratchers who participate in the contest, I would like to congratulate you again for creating such wonderful games. So here's Evan. So these are some screenshots of the game. as you can see. Kind of the start intro, and then that's the game part.
And so there you go. That's the end screen there. Congratulations.
Okay. Oh yeah, and did you also? Oh, I
Wait a minute.
see.
We have a special guest.
Okay.
Hello.
So I'd like to. Oh.
Sorry about the delay there.
It's okay.
Okay, so
our special.
let's go ahead and clear the deck. Eric, you just missed the fabulous winner of our first challenge.
Sorry.
We announced Need Debates 22. I think I'm going to try and screen share the game, and you can kind of see what they did. But Mickey, please introduce our guest, everybody. I'll go back to quiet mode.
Okay, so today we have Eric Rosenbaum. He is he's co-inventor of the Makey Makey, and he's worked on a lot of projects in the lifelong kindergarten program at MIT Media Lab, where he is a doctoral student. And so we were wondering if you could show us maybe some cool things with the Makey Makey, if you have any with you today. But also we wanted the viewers to get to know a little bit about you, so I prepared 4 questions for you.
Okay.
Oh, did you? Okay, you're just getting your stuff right. Okay, so, would you be okay with having? Oh.
Go ahead.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you a couple of questions, and I guess we could start with what is the coolest thing you've created or seen with the Makey Makey?
That's a super hard question. I'm going to have to cogitate a little bit. And in the meantime, I think we're going to go back to the scratch game at the suggestion of Evan.
Oh, okay.
I'm just all about throwing off the schedule here today. Sorry about that.
Oh, yeah, it's okay. Good morning.
All right.
Everyone's very,
All right, so let me share this really fast. So, activate screenshot power. Pardon me while I mute myself.
Okay.
Sneak preview. Ooh, what is that? What about that? Weird. Or this. Whoa. Or that's all I have.
Okay, so the screen share started and running for my life.
Yeah. It's a very attractive multicolored villain there. Not so evil looking.
Yeah,
and yet so evil. I noticed the use of the interesting background and the change color effect block in there. Very cool.
Yeah, I did want to try and get up to 30 points, and that's a really cool thing is that you can make it to 30 points and win the game. But unfortunately, I'm not the most adept outrunner of ladybugs.
Given that every Scratch project lets you click the See Inside button, you could just, tweak the variable in there, give yourself 29 points, and then jump
Indeed,
to the
I could.
But, if, Scratch hackers at home can try that too if they want to.
So I think regardless of my skill or lack thereof as a ladybug outrunner, I would like to extend the warmest congratulations to Anita Bates 22. Did a great job. Everybody, give it up. Huge, great job, and congratulations everybody out there who is taking place in these Scratch challenges on Pursuitery.com. Please know that if you get your entries in by 11:59 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time every Sunday night for that week's challenge. This week is the Maze game, now available and running on Scratch and Pursuitery.com. So go to Pursuitery.com, get that in. You'll be eligible to win a Makey Makey. With that said, congratulations again to Anita Bates 22, and we have a few questions for Eric.
Cool.
Okay. So back to that. I was wondering, what is one of the coolest things that you've created or seen with a Makey Makey?
Oh, right. I was supposed to cogitate. I totally forgot. There are so many amazing things. I want to mention that I've been curating, with some other folks' help, a gallery on the Makey Makey homepage of projects. There's over 100 YouTube videos and other videos of just like mind-blowing things from all over the planet, from kids and from adults, from classrooms and maker spaces, but also like from music videos and live performances on stage. I will give you the link while I'm talking. There it is. And so it's hard to say that like one thing is the most amazing. There's a whole category of amazing things which Jay and I, Jay Silver, the other inventor, definitely did not anticipate at the beginning of this project, which is a world that's growing now of accessibility hackers. So people making new, low-cost, highly customized assistive technology. So for people with disabilities, a way to say, if you can only move, part of one hand, how could you play a car racing game? Well, use Makey Makey to make a custom game controller out of materials that you have at home. So that kind of thing is on the rise, and I've been excited to see that. Personally, I do a lot of music technology stuff, and so I've been pushing the boundaries of that. I've been making musical paintings, and also I've been working with some MIT undergrads. They're both freshmen, Kieran and Christina. One of them is a sort of designer, and the other is a music composer. And so I worked with them using a variation on the Makey Makey, so a slight change to it in a few different ways, to make this musical painting, which I can't demonstrate for you right now, unfortunately, but it uses, I'll give you a close-up maybe, there's silvery conductive paint on there, and each of the silver circles is a different pitch. And they're chosen from a particular piece by Chopin called the Fantasy Impromptu. And so you can actually play part of it by sliding your fingers over that sheet of paper, over that musical painting.
That's crazy. And that's definitely like I guess a new way of looking at music and its interaction with technology.
Absolutely. That's what I'm after. And just one other thing that I'm excited about, like right now at this moment, I'm going to be giving an opening performance at an event in Tokyo in a couple of weeks as part of what we do at the Media Lab, the research lab that I'm part of. And so they gave me sort of free rein to do whatever I want for this performance. So I think I'm going to do Tokyo. I've never been. I'm excited. A human synthesizer. There will be two of us performing, and then we're going to pull in audience members and assign them different notes or sounds and make some improvised music, maybe recreate some pop songs. Jay and I did a performance where we recreated part of the Michael Jackson song Billie Jean using 8 humans as instruments. So I'm excited to elaborate that further.
That's awesome. I'll be sure to check that out if it gets on YouTube or anything.
I sure hope so.
But yeah, I also want to ask you, what drives your interest in music and technology from music?
That's very interesting. I've been doing music stuff since I was a kid. Like many people, I picked up a musical instrument in elementary school. For me, it was the trombone, and I've continued playing the trombone in creative ways up through now. Currently, I play in an Afrobeat band and a jazz ensemble. And one of the interesting things about the trombone is that it's very expressive. You can make like crazy vocal noises and scream and shout or whisper with it. But I also always felt certain limitations expressively with it. It's hard to play real fast, and certainly you can't play chords. I can kind of sing and play at the same time, not the same thing, as like harmony on a piano. I was always envious of that. And so once I started teaching myself programming a little bit and learning about how the digital representation of sound can work, and things like MIDI, which allows you to send information about a note that you press on a digital piano to a computer to make a sound. When I started learning about all those things, I wanted to make instruments that would let me do things that I could never do before. And so I've done, for many years, experiments making little electronic musical instruments that go in a cardboard box, or instruments that you play on an iPhone or an iPad screen. And most recently, I've been really excited about finding ways for other people to make their own musical instruments in that way. And so that's one of the things that people really love doing with Makey Makey, so I love seeing that.
Yeah, and that's great because, of course, music education is really important. In fact, I actually play the trombone, so when you just said that you played that, got a little excited there.
Very cool.
Did I just
and also,
did I just get cool kidded out of this conversation? I'm the
Sorry, Kevin.
Did I just get the sad trombone?
Wah wah wah.
Yeah.
What do you play a musical instrument?
Nowhere near as fluidly as either of you, but I spend a time playing music, and I'll talk to you about music in Tokyo whenever you'd like.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Just because people come to Pursuitery so they can find out about sludge punk bands. That's what I found out.
That's true.
Whatever, connecting interest to opportunity.
Amazing. I'm excited to learn. Yeah.
Okay, so my last question has to do with Scratch, and as you know, our viewers today are in the Coding with Scratch program, and I was wondering if you'd like to explain what you think is the best takeaway from the Scratch program.
From the best takeaway from Scratch in general. Is that what you mean?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
One thing that I think is super important is that people learn what is possible for them, that they can transform the world around them because they have power over technology to be creative and invent with it. And so in different ways, both Scratch and Makey Makey are about that. Scratch really aims to show people that they can make things with code. We get so many messages from the world around us that we should be passive consumers of media, of things like websites, video games, TV shows. But in fact, we're all creative human beings. We can all make stuff if we have the right learning environment, the right support, and the right tools. And so Scratch is one of those tools, and we try to create an environment around it where people can really help each other learn. And so I hope that the result of that already for many kids has been, and even adults too, has been that they can do something meaningful to them with code, that they can make something that they care about, and that in the future they'll be able to do even more powerful things with Scratch and beyond with other technologies. I think we really need to change. We need to help people change their understanding of who they are in relation to technology. and show them that they have that creative power over it.
Yeah, and that's very inspiring, actually. And that was my last question. So before I do my little ending spiel, thank you very much for coming on to our Pride Time broadcast and just giving great words to our viewers. And we truly appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Yeah. So for our fellow scratchers and pursuiters, we have, I just want to reiterate that we have plenty more weekly contests left to enter, and we are excited to continue seeing your progress on these scratch games. To enter into this week's Maze Game contest, your submissions must be turned in by 11:59 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time on this Sunday, June 29th. And also tomorrow at 10 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time again, Evan will be hosting the Scratch Show and Tell on Pursuitery.com. If you would like your game shown in the show and tell, feel free to comment the link to your game before tomorrow on the Coding with Scratch Maze Game Show and Tell Geekout page. And also, you can tweet the link of your game along with the hashtag Coding with Scratch, and we'll check it out. And Evan, did you have something to say before I close up?
Yeah, well, first off, thank you, Eric, and thank you, everybody, for watching, and thank you, Mickey, for hosting. We appreciate it all, and it's been a very, very exciting couple of weeks. I did want to let everybody know that because we've been giving answers and questions, well, answers and questions from people all over the world about the schedule. Basically, the Makey Makey challenge is a weekly challenge. It goes until we start on Monday with the announcement of that week's challenge, and we go until Sunday night, again at 11:59 p.m. PDT, because we're West Coasters here. But if you're interested in taking part in the Scratch program and the Coding with Scratch work that we're doing this summer, and you just want to go for the Digital Ninja Badge, we want to note that all those challenges will be open until August 24th. It's only the Makey Makey challenge that's the weekly thing that you have to have in by 11:59 p.m. PDT, and I want to be very clear about that because I didn't want anybody out there to say like, oh, I can't do the challenge, it's not going to happen. No, you can do the challenges at any time. It's just we have to do the weekly thing because the Makey Makey awesomeness goes so fast that you can only let that brief sliver of light happen once a week. So but we are going to have one for the rest of the challenges. But if you're playing along at home, as it were, and you just want to get involved and you're moving at a self-paced rate, that's totally cool to just keep your entries coming in. And you complete all 5 challenges by August 24th at midnight, and you're eligible for a Scratch Ninja Badge. And thank you all.
Before you guys wrap up, I want to give a little bonus for people that made it all the way to the end of the video, because I happen to have here on my desk. This is the very first thing, before it was even called a Makey Makey. This is a little handmade circuit that includes another circuit board on it and a bunch of resistors and these connectors. And then a tiny little label. You probably won't be able to read that, but it's just the letter names like for the keys that you press. So it worked the same as a Makey Makey. It was made a couple of years before the actual Makey Makey became a product out in the world. And part of the idea of showing you that is just that even something that you can, buy on a store that's a product that's a real thing, that has humble beginnings too. They don't just spring out fully formed. People make them, try different things that do and don't work, go through different iterations that have different challenges before they get to the final thing. This is the second iteration. Just by comparison, it's green and a little smaller than the final Makey Makey. Okay, thanks.
Thank you very much, Eric. And that's your Makey Makey history lesson of the day, I guess. But yeah, that's really awesome, and really, you guys should take that into account. It'll be great to see. Just from one small thing you learn, even from these Scratch courses, it could become something much greater in the future. So to close off, check out Pursuitery.com for more Scratch hints, geekouts and challenges that you might be interested in. And also, if you're really passionate about certain games, sports, crafts, technologies, or etc., you could set up your own geekouts and challenges and bring your own fans together. Thank you again, Eric, for joining us today. You've been a true inspiration to everyone, and I'm sure the viewers and me and Evan have a lot to take away from what you've said to us. And also, thank you to the Scratchers who have been working hours upon end to submit these challenges in, who are constantly learning new things from this. And I encourage you to keep working hard, and we're really excited to see what you have in store with these Maze games. So if that's it, then I'll be logging off. Okay, goodbye.